Test, test. 1, 2, 3. Test, test. 1, 2, 3. Let's make sure everything's working here. All right, coming across loud and clear. Hail, adventurers. Welcome back to the Wyvern's Lair. I am DM Wyvern, returning again to Pathfinder Kingmaker, the Imperial Edition. We are playing the main campaign, which is the main story. That is, in fact, where we are. This is actually a pretty good depiction of our adventuring party. We have Amiri in our group. We have Regengar and Octavia. And I think that's about it. Everyone else is not part of the party. Lindsay's over there with Tartusio. She's betrayed us. Right at the top of the Wyvern's Lair, let me go ahead and welcome all the adventurers who we have here at the beginning of this latest tale. We're joined by Goran Soulfire himself, a patron of the Wyvern's Lair, saying, WTF, on time? Checks watch. OMFG, the world is ending. It is. It very well may be, God Soulfire, but not right now. Right now, we have Pathfinder in front of us. We also are joined by our great friend Mitch, also a patron of the Wyvern's Lair. Good to have you here, Mitch. I got your messages on Discord. I appreciate them, and I appreciate you, sir. We're joined by Gabriel Rodriguez saying, hello there. Hello there to you, Gabriel Rodriguez, dropping the dinosaur emoji. Gabriel joining us all the way from Brazil. We also have Anon234 here saying, get wrecked. Let's go. Anon234, good to have you here on the live stream of Pathfinder Kingmaker here at the Wyvern's Lair. Always enjoy you here amongst our fellow adventurers. We're also joined by Sesame Street Fighter saying, Wyvern, just here to give a like. We had flooding, so I'm a bit tired. Oh my goodness, Sesame. I am so glad that hopefully your family's all safe and sound. And, you know, you guys are unscathed from the terrible flooding around Trinidad. Floods do suck, I agree, Gabriel. But what does not suck is you adventurers in the adventure in front of us. Pathfinder Kingmaker. No reason to delay any further. Let's go ahead and read where we are. So we are here at Tuskgutter's lair. As you may recall, we slew Tuskgutter. It was one of Amiri's companion quests. And here is the journal entry for where we are presently on 15 days into our adventure here in the Stolen Lands. We're setting off on our first big adventure. Jamandi Aldori, a Restovox Sword Lord, is testing the contenders, weighing who shall be the ruler of the Stolen Lands. There's only one way to prove that you're worthy of the title. Rid the area of the ravaging bandits and their leader, the bloody cutthroat known only as the Stag Lord. Tremble, ye scoundrels, we are coming. Sesame says we are safe, but people were swept away. Yes, I've actually lived in flood-prone countries myself, Sesame Street Fighter. It is nothing to be taken lightly. All right, we've arrived. This is Tuskgutter. I don't believe we've searched the corpse. We just finished fighting Tuskgutter. Let's go ahead and inspect what Tuskgutter had for us. There's Tuskgutter's head, the proof of your victory over the forest monster. There's also meat and tenderloin. Can we skin it? We failed, so we're going to just go ahead and collect that stuff. There is a corpse, someone likely gored to death by Tuskgutter. Let's search that body. On it we have 3 gold coins, clear quartz, a wand to find traps, and an ancient Roslandic coin. A memento of times long past. A well-groomed antiquities collector may pay handsomely for it. So let's pick that up. We also have a sack here we can take a look at. In it we got honey. Alright, not bad. Let's go ahead and search the Enverines. There is no reason for us to go in stealth. That actually does not help with perception checks. Just helps with stealth checks, if you will. Things are happening. I wonder why we're not getting... I hear that, like, every time you hear that tick, it means a buff or enchantment of some sort is wearing off. I wish you'd get a message somewhere here indicating what exactly is happening, but you don't. Sesame Street Fighter says he's going to pull another slice of the most addictive food, pizza. Oh, Sesame, you have no idea. Me and pizza, we're best friends, but I got to stay away from pizza slices these days. Queen Tiamat Adventurers. Please welcome Queen Tiamat, who is driving by the Wyvern's lair saying, "Hey team, dropping by to wish you all good night and happy pathfinding." Queen Tiamat, I do appreciate that. You have a wonderful night out there in Finland, and I respect you for getting an early night's rest so you can keep up with your studies, which should be your priority. Us, friends of yours, will be here once you complete your studies, and we know whether or not you're here in a live stream, Queen Tiamat, you are a big part of this community. Alright, let's take a look at what we're doing. I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at all the goodies we picked up. So, wand to find traps. Can I put that there? Let's examine it. Personal charges, caster level 3. You gain an intuitive insight into the workings of traps. You gain an insight bonus equal to half your caster level on perception checks while the spell is in effect. Divination. I wonder if we can give that to Jathal, because she actually has a pretty high perception. I think she's the highest amongst the party, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that's right. We also have a thief. Octavia is a thief, which is great. Let's go ahead and read the flavor text of these two characters. Beginning with Regongar. Queen Tiamat says, "I'm being a good queen these nights." Queen Tiamat, you are always a good queen. You may not be a good queen, but you certainly are a good bad queen, if you get my drift. We got Morn saying, "Yo, hey Morn. Adventurers, please welcome Morn, popping his head up from my basement, the cheeky monkey. Good to have you here, Morn." Alright, let's read the flavor text for Regongar. Morn, if you like Baldur's Gate, you're going to love Pathfinder Kingmaker. All I'm going to say. He is the scrappy mage. You better not get in this guy's way. The long years he spent in slavery have given him quite a temper. A sword blow or a deadly spell might hit not only his enemies, but on anyone else who wanders past. However, for those he deems allies, I'm not sure he has any friends. Regongar is a joyful drinking companion and a fine teammate. Sounds like Morn when he grows up finally. Alright, let's go over here. We got Octavia. A trusted friend. We saved Octavia and her friend Regongar from the greedy clutches of those Technic League adepts, which was one hell of a fight, I might add. The young lady wizard joined us to show her gratitude and to help us bring happiness and freedom to the Stone Lands. She's the sister in arms I've always dreamed of. Alright. Let's see. We are going to head to Bogard Hunting Grounds. No. Ancient Tomb. That's kind of where we want to go. So let's go. First of all, let's no, let's not camp. Let's just take a look at our encumbrance. I think we're good. Let's just head over to Thorn Ford. This ford in the heart of the woods is one of the best places to cross the Thorn River. Most traders and travelers choose the Thorn Ford for passage, attracting bandits to the place as well. It will take 15 hours, so off we go.
I need to catch my breath.
Alright, the party's tired. Let's go ahead and enter our encampment for the evening. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and begin resting.
The company of the short-lived is very tired.
Someone on the road.
I require rest.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Alright, we got Octavia up next. Does she have spells she can cast? Good job, Octavia. Alright, who we got? We got my character here. Can we inflict a coup de grace on this thing? One enemy within weapon range. A full round. It's a full round action. You can use a melee weapon to deliver a coup de grace to a helpless opponent. You automatically hit and score a critical hit. If the defender survives the damage, he must make a Fortitude DC 10 plus the attacker's base attack, plus melee damage attribute modifier, plus weapon critical modifier, or die. Delivering a coup de grace provokes attacks of opportunity from threatening opponents. You can't deliver a coup de grace against a creature that is immune to critical hits. Okay. So we want to do that against that creature. I guess we're going to need to pull out our scimitar. Now, can we deliver a coup de grace? We can't. Alright, fine. Fine, be that way. We're just going to go ahead and do an arcane enchantment and do an attack. There we go. 9 damage. Done. Amiri's up. Amiri can rage. 2 attacks. And there goes 1 bandit. Killed. Can I walk forwards? I can walk this way, so we shall. End turn. And another bandit brawler running up here. Adventurers, please welcome Where's My TARDIS to the Wyvern's Lair. Good to have you here, TARDIS. 2 more days, brother. We're back together again for some more Baldur's Gate. Alright. Should put this down here. What is this? Spell Strike. We want Spell Strike, definitely. Don't want Spell Combat. Let's go ahead and do Arcane Enchantment. And then Grow Claws. And yeah, let's start putting on some damage here. Can you reach? Yeah, you can reach. Shocking Grasp. Nah, just will we get 2 attacks in? I hope so. Let's try. Oh, that worked. That worked really well. Good damage on that bandit brawler. Alright, Harem's up. Let's get into Blessed. And turn. Jathal's up. Let's go ahead and get him some damage here. Down goes that bandit. Excellent. This really could not be going any better. Shy Violet says, DM, my stream froze for a long time, so I didn't hear my hello. Adventurers, please welcome none other than the Toget Queen herself, Queen of Gaming, best friend ever, Shy Violet to the Wyvern's Lair. Good to have you here, Tiger Cub. I sincerely hope you heard that. Adventurers, please welcome Raven, Philip, Kit Wayne. My goodness. My goodness, the chat, the adventure is booming. We have Gabriel Rodriguez here. We got Gone Soulfire, Kit Wayne, Mitch, Philip, Raven, Sesame Street Fighter, Shy Violet, Where's My TARDIS? Everyone's here. Thank you all for joining me this evening. I never know what's going to happen when TM Dinosaur gets to streaming, but I'm always tickled that you guys make the time to hang out with me. Alright, we got one last baddie to deal with. Let's see if we can get off a cheeky color spray on this last opponent. I think we should be able to. Let's see, make sure we don't hit our companions. That looks good. That looks safe. Let's cast it. Color spray's out. Worked like a charm. Color spray, I tell you, it's a great spell. End turn. DM Wyvern's up. Let's go and yeah, let's just overkill this thing. Get wrecked. Shocking Grasp is out. Boom. Very, very good. Very well done, team. Let's go and loot. And go back into our camp. And complete our rest.
Do you remember the ones we lived with in the same barracks? What do you think happened to them?
I don't think about them, and I recommend you don't either. We have each other, and I don't care about anyone else.
Sesame Street Fighter says, Shy was the very first person that greeted me on Wolf's channel. That's the way Shy is with almost everyone, I find. Like, the moment you turn up on a stream that Shy is watching, she'll often be one of the first people to say hi to you if she knows you and sees you as a friend. Which I'm always, always Warms my heart. Anon234 says the inter-party conversations are one of my favorite parts of the game. Agreed, Anon234. I always kind of quiet down. I think I might have accidentally talked through that one, but generally I like to listen to them. Let me go ahead and read that out since I did talk through it, I think. Octavia says, do you remember the ones we lived with in the same barracks? What do you think happened to them? Regangar says, I don't think about them, and I recommend you don't either. We have each other, and I don't care about anyone else. Shy says, only Shy IRL. Let's see. All right. Take a look at what we have in our inventory. We're still doing good in terms of encumbrance, so let's press on to our adventure, to our destination of the Thorn Ford. It'll take us 8 hours to reach. Shy says, I try my best to make sure everyone is welcome. Shy, you are sunshine incarnate. You are shy sunshine. That's how I think of you. All right, so we're about to enter the Thorn Ford. Let's read the destination. All right. I may have done it. I may have read it previously, but since I am a DM dinosaur and I forget things, let me go ahead and read it for you guys again. Thorn Ford. This ford in the heart of the woods is one of the best places to cross the Thorn River. Most traders and travelers choose the Thorn Ford for passage, attracting bandits to the place as well. And there is a new event here. Set off the Thorn Ford in the abandoned camp there. We can get maybe a tip as to where the Stag Lord may in fact be lurking here in these stolen lands. Oh, I didn't know that, Shy. I'm not surprised that your mom calls you Sunshine. Indeed, Mitch, that's right. You know, our thoughts are with our friends and family and loved ones out there in Florida impacted by a terrible storm. All right, let's go ahead and drop a save. Sesame Street Fighter says, I'm just a son. Oh, you're much more than that, Sesame. Come on. Don't be humble. You are one of the best sons around. You know, we all know how carefully you're dotting over your mom. I hope to be a son like that to my parents when they need it. Hey! Speaking of sunshine, adventurers, please welcome Sunshine in a water bottle himself, none other than Free Water. Here to help us get hydrated for the adventure ahead. Free Water. I'm going to drink to that, Free Water. Good to have you here, man. How is Spooky October going? You know what, Free Water, don't you move a muscle. I'm going to call you on Discord. We got to hear your voice here. Give me a second. Hold on, adventurers. Let's get Free Water. Let's get Free Water up in here. There we go. Got you on Discord. Going to give you a beep. Answer my call. Don't ghost me. Let's see if he answers. Up. Oh, I think I'm being ghosted. He's not answering. No Free Water cameo on the stream. He's probably scrambling to put on his microphone. Or just pointedly ignoring me. Yeah, he ignored me. Free Water, you ghosted my call. Can't believe it. Someone timed Free Water out for not taking my call. A kid. That would be Shy. She'd never time out Free Water. She'd time me out before she'd time out Free Water. Oh, look at that. Scorched fragment of a necklace. This item bears a trace of lost power. It seems you found a shard of a destroyed artifact. If you find all the fragments, an artisan with enough skill can restore it for you. I know Gon would take the call, but you know. Gabriel says Water's dehydrated. Oh, hey, there's a lot of traps here. Okay, let's start getting these traps. How is Spooky October going for you, Wada? Were you streaming one of your horror games today? Uh-oh. She failed to disarm the trap. Come on, Octavia. You can get this done.
No, I'm embarrassed.
Oh, man. Oh, man. I feel bad. Shy, if I call you, you'd answer, right? You'd answer my call if I called you on Discord.
Done and done.
How about you, TARDIS? I feel like a complete jerk now that Freewater didn't take my call. That's right. That's true, actually. Shy famously was called Fallout Lassie during the Fallout 76 era here at the Wyvern's lair. Izan and myself would call her Fallout Lassie because she was never on comms. So she would like emote in game what she wanted to communicate to us or where we needed to go. That's right. Shy was Fallout Lassie and still is on the Wyvern's Lair Discord. If you were to look at her her name on Wyvern's Lair Discord, it says Shy Fallout Lassie or something like that. Aw, TARDIS, I thump of my chest here to you, TARDIS. Thank you, man. Someone out there loves me. Someone out there does. That was such a great time, Shy. I don't ever change your name. I like the fact that there are chapters that we all remember together. You know, whether it's on Wolfheart's channel, and you know the experiences that we all have with him when he's playing games, and that lore that builds up, and to have a bit of that here at the Wyvern's Lair is really special for me too. What is this? The bandits' belongings are piled together in a messy heap. Search the belongings for information or valuables. Succeeded. Fantastic. Alright, we succeeded at a perception check. You find a cache under all the clothes and blankets. Opening the lid of a small hollow, you find a box full of bottles. An inscription on the side reads, "Wine for the Stag Lord. Don't you dare steal it, fools. I'll make sure you rot." Ooh, lore nature check passed. Poison the wine. Yes, please. We poisoned the wine. Alright, I don't know what that's going to do, but that's something my character would do. I'm a nefarious sort. I have no qualms about resorting to poison. Uh-oh. Didn't mean to do that. Cressel. The dark-haired bandit is kicking the ground irritably. When she sees you, she squares her shoulders and clenches her hand axes. Well, look who's here. A bandit responsible for collecting taxes for the Stag Lord. One of the first dwellers of the Stolen Lands who you met on your arrival. Alright. Okay, so we got something interesting about Pathfinder Kingmakers that depending upon your choices, depending upon your alignment, it unlocks specific special dialogue options that you might not otherwise have access to. So you can see here, there was a choice here, but it required my character to have some good in their alignment. But since I'm an evil bastich, that's not the case. Adventurers, please bid a Wyvern's Lair farewell to our fellow adventurer Sesame Street Fighter, saying, okay, all you, the best. Stay safe and dry. Mom care mode activated. Have a great night finding paths. Thank you, Sesame Street Fighter. Gon says, Jesus, Wyvern, do you need someone to read across from you tonight? Gon, always, Gon. All right. I am. Let's see. What are we gonna? What are we gonna choose here? All right. You can tell me everything you know about the Stag Lord and where he's hiding, or you can die. Cressel says that so. If anyone's gonna be pushing up daisies, it won't be me. Cressel sets her stance and attacks. Yeah, we couldn't talk her out of this fight, unfortunately. What do we got? Who's up next? It's Octavia first. Octavia is going to drop an enlarge on DM Wyvern. Boom. And it's a big fight. And hold her ground. Alright, next up is Amiri. Amiri will go and... Can I charge anyone? Let's try raging. And then I got charge activated. I can actually charge. Wow, we got a lot of people here. All right, let's we got an archer up there too. Yeah, let's charge. Let's get that bandit. Not bad. 11 damage. We'll take it. Half health too. Good hit, Amiri. End turn. Jathal can go ahead and cast Judgment and Divine Favor, and can advance like so. Alright, we got DM Wyvern up. Let's do Arcane Weapon Enchantment. And then can I charge? I cannot charge that character. Cannot charge that character. Where can I charge? Can't charge anyone, unfortunately. I can reach with an attack, though. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's march forwards and whack. There we go. Excellent. One of the bandits have been put to the ground. Good work, guys. All right, arcane weapon enchantment on Regengar. I like to read these out so you guys get an idea, understanding what I'm doing. It's a supernatural ability. Its target is personal, has a duration of 1 minute, and it reads as such. It's a swift action. At first level, a magus can expend 1 point from his arcane pool as a swift action to grant any weapon he's holding a +1 enhancement bonus for 1 minute. For every 4 levels beyond first, the weapon gains a +1 enhancement bonus to a maximum of +5 at 17th level. These bonuses can be added to the weapon, stacking with existing weapon enchantments to a maximum of +5. Multiple uses of this ability do not stack with themselves. At 5th level, these bonuses can be used to add any of the flaming weapon properties. Flaming Burst, Frost, Icy Burst, Keen, Shocking Burst, or Speed. Shai says, I played this on story mode to save myself from having to do fights over and over due to crashing, but wow, forgot how complex it was. Yeah, actually, it's funny that you say that, Shai. Story mode is a perfectly valid way to play Pathfinder. Ultimately, these games are about playing them the way that you want to, the way that you want to enjoy them. Some want to play them for the experience of the story. Some want to play them for the experience of the challenge of the combat. But I will agree with you, at the higher difficulties, this game is quite tough. It's not a simple game. Alright, so let's just make sure. Okay, good. Go for his Regengar. Yes! 1 hit, 1 kill. Love it. End turn. Regengar is hurt, actually.
The weak suffer.
Uh-oh. Regengar is very hurt. He's got 0 hit points, and yet he's still standing somehow. Amiri got hit too. No, miss! Oh. Oh, hey, look at that. I'm still standing. I think it's Orc Ferocity that's keeping me up for that additional round. Can I? I can. Let's go and heal Regengar. Great, I'm at 1 hit point now. And that's going to be your turn, Harem. Tavia's out. I can get... How far... What's the range of color spray? Maybe if I go here, I might be short. Does anyone remember what the yellow line indicates? No, we're short by a little bit. Well, we'll find out, right? We're going to move all the way. It's a full round action. It's a move action. We can try to put down Cressel, so let's do that. Let's color spray Cressel. Worth it. Will saving throw failed. Good, that worked. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Alright, Amiri's up. Let's go and put some damage on Kressel. Good. Kressel's not looking too good thanks to Amiri's 2 hits. 6 damage, 7 damage. We'll take it. Jathal's up. Let's get him a touch attack. Let's go. Inflict light wounds. Boom. Not bad. Good job, Jathal. Alright, next up is DM Wyvern. Yeah, let's do Corrosive Touch. And see if we can land that on Kressel. We can. So goes Kressel. Curse Splats. Can I change weapons? I can. And that'll be my turn. Shai says, I already forgot their names, but instead of the Reaper Lady, Reaper Elf Lady and the Dwarf, I had the Goblin and the Joan of Arc looking lady on my team. Ah, yes, I know who you're talking about, Shai. The Goblin, I think, was an alchemist, and the Joan of Arc lady is Valerie, who you meet at the beginning of the game, the prologue, trying to save some of Jamandi Aldori's guardsmen. She says, but kept Amiri, Reg, and Octavia. They're great characters, I agree. Reg and Octavia. Valerie. There you go. Let's see. What do we got? Regengar. Yeah, let's continue to shock and awe these guys. Let's go and do Shocking Grasp with Regengar. Oh my gosh, that's that damage. I love it. I love these Eldritch Scions. Ow! All right, Harem, you got to keep on healing Regengar here. Yeah. I like how I've learned how to convert spells. Auric Ferocity is also really useful. Alright. Octavia, you can move up just about here. And color spray this fool. That worked. Down he goes. And turn. Alright, Amiri's up. Can we get up here? We kind of can. I'll save this one for DM Wyvern. Let's go with Amiri and get in some attacks against this fallen bandit. Kit Wayne says, can you get a goblin in your party? Yes, I guess. I hardly recall what exactly that character was. Maybe it was a goblin. Jathal's up. I cannot reach this character? What's going on? Alright. So it looks like I'm a little short on movement to attack this character. Can I charge it? No, I can't charge it. Alright, so I'm just going to move forwards here. And that's going to be my move. Alright, DM Wyvern's up. Let's go ahead and corrode this character. Can I get up here at the very least? No! Wasted movement. I want to get up there. I want to get up here. Damn it. Oh, it's not going to let me. Well, poop. Alright, let's walk back here in that case. Regengar, go ahead and take care of this guy. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Harem, can you reach? Can you reach this character? I don't think so. Let's see. Can we convert anything? We can. Let's keep on healing Regengar. Shai says, yep, knock knock, I believe. Ah, there you go. 10 hit points, we'll take that. Good healing. Octavia, yeah, get in some shots for us, Octavia. You got anything in your spellbook you can use? Not really. Just fire. Good hit. Amiri, can you get up there? Nope, but we can change weapons, I guess. And that did it. All right. That was not hard at all. Let's go and take a look at what these bandits had. Svetlana's wedding ring. A ring with the name Svetlana Levitin engraved inside the band. Pick up all that good stuff. It's hard to say easy clap. I agree. I'm surprised at how non-challenging that fight was, whereas Matardis, compared to everything else I've faced so far. That was a welcome break from the difficulty of Pathfinder Kingmaker. Adventurers, please welcome none other than Styric Sexy Wolf to the Wyvern's Lair. Alright, we got a Jode Kavkin here, clearly a captive of the bandits. Let's go and talk to him. Jode, you see a dark-haired man about 45, though the wrinkles on his face make him look 60 at first. He's currently a prisoner, judging from his tied hands. He slouches a bit, squinting short-sightedly at the light as he moves his lips as though speaking to someone invisible. He jerks his head up as he notices you. Praise Erastil! Someone finally chased off those scoundrels. Thank you, stranger. My name is Jode Kavkin. I am a priest of Erastil, from Galt. Those bandits attacked me as I was crossing the river. Said they wanted to take me to their leader, make me heal their wounds. Not a chance. The strength granted me by Erastil is meant to help honest people, not robbers. Alright. It's midnight here. Did I miss midnight? Adventurers, please welcome Midnight here to the Wyvern's Lair. Thank you for being here, Midnight, as we once again adventure into Pathfinder Kingmaker. Alright, let's learn about Erastil. Also known as the Old Deadeye and the Stag God, Erastil is one of the oldest human gods still worshipped in the Inner Sea region and is concerned with family, farming, hunting, and trade. During the Age of Creation, Erastil was among the gods who battled Rovagug when he sought to destroy Golarion, and were eventually able to contain him in the dead vault at the planet's core. His religion dates back to before the Age of Darkness, when small farming communities and hunter-gatherers prayed to him for bountiful harvests and successful hunts. Legends claim that it was Old Deadeye himself who crafted the first bow and gifted it to humans to overcome the challenges of the world. Even as the accomplishments of civilization mount, Erastil continues to embrace and represent the simpler pleasures life has to offer. Galt. A nation of freethinkers and radicals renowned for brilliant poets, artists, and philosophers whose ideas shaped the politics of the whole of Avistan. Galt was once a vassal nation of Chiliax. After the death of Erodin and the rise of House Thrun in Chiliax, the people of Galt decided to throw off their foreign rulers, along with their own nobles who colluded with them. The executions did not end the bloodshed, and within 5 years, the severed heads of the ministers of the first government rolled down the steps of the guillotine. In the 40 years since, over a dozen governments have ruled Galt, rising and falling like the waves of a stormy sea. Styric says, how the hell is everyone tonight? Far better now that you're here, Styric Shadow Wolf. Always good to see you. Patron of the Wyvern's Lair, and one of the first adventurers to join us as we wove tale after tale here on this corner of the internet. What do we have? My goodness, it just doesn't end. Thank you all for being here. We got Gabriel Rodriguez joining us from Brazil, Kit Wayne, Midnight, Mitch, Philip Raven out there in beautiful Glasgow, Scotland. We got Shy Violet joining us from California, Styric Shadow Wolf out there in Virginia. Where's my TARDIS? Also out there in California. All right, so let's see. How did you come to be in these lands, Jode? Jode says, I was led here by visions, sent by the Elk God. Jode says with veneration, Erastil showed me that somewhere in this wild land lies the Temple of the Elk, an ancient shrine, forlorn and desecrated. I saw the ruins of the temple, and the shadows of a predator lurking in sorcerer's fog. I felt the echoes of the vicious rituals performed at the once blessed place. I have no doubt Erastil revealed all this to me so I could stop the ungodly sorcery that's desecrating the temple. I'm going to conditionally release him. Lawful evil. I hope you won't forget to reward your rescuer, old man. Jode shakes his head in disapproval. You think me some ingrate? I may have exhausted my supply of prayers, but I'll be ready to heal you or bless you once I've recovered my strength. I'm afraid an old fool like me won't be able to handle the mission given me by Erastil on my own. How can I search for the temple when the bandits around here won't let me take a single step? I'll head to Oleg Levitin's trading post to rest and think on what to do next. Please, traveler, if you happen to discover the ruins of the Temple of the Elk, come inform old Jod. My gratitude will know no bounds. Alright. So we have this following quest. Jode, a cleric of Erastil, has told us about his vision of the Temple of the Elk, lost somewhere in the wilds. He asked us to help him if we happen to find it. Okay. Got a little thing we can search here. It has written orders. Cressel, a task. As soon as you're done with the taxes, find an old hut in the woods upstream of the Thorn River and burn it to the ground. This is the Stag Lord's wish. He literally said, burn, burn. It was originally going to be Dobin, but he grew upset when he learned nobody lived in the hut. Said burning houses with no one in them was boring. So I said, send someone more reliable. It's a strange task, but try to finish it quickly. And no asking what the, or why bother with this trifle instead of preparing for war with Restov. We'll get to that. A. And we also have Sweet Pancakes, a comprehensive guide to cooking a delicious dish. 2 eggs, flour, and honey. We certainly can create some sweet pancakes, apparently. Notes of a Traveling Priest. Ilthiolek by Tyron Dean. How long does this go? A little bit. Why don't we go ahead and read this? Imagine this. A girl, whose name I shall not disclose, comes to town and immediately purchases the most expensive suburban villa. This newcomer spends unfathomable amounts on charity, even returning several tragically perished citizens to life at her own expense. She's very young. Her rough speech and manners indicate that she's not of noble birth. This leaves the whole town wondering, how did this young lady come into possession of such a huge fortune, and why does she spend it so eagerly? Those secrets were revealed to me when I was invited to the mysterious girl's house to provide healing services. The young lady reluctantly displayed something she'd been hiding from everyone: terrible acid burns. She forestalled any question with a single word: Ilthuliak. The monstrous black dragon's name was well known in the river kingdoms. She lived in the region for hundreds of years, inspiring terror and emptying settlements. Many experienced dragon hunters attempted to put a stop to her, and all perished. No one knew where Ilithuk's lair was, or where she would strike next. The wounds Ilithuk's acid breath left on my patient's body were terrible, but her soul was hurt much worse. The girl and her friends had found the lair of the dragon. They could have gathered hunters to destroy the monster, but they instead kept silent in search of profit. When the lair's mistress was absent, they would carry treasure out little by little. Iltulyak suspected something was happening, so she set an ambush for the thieves, and they were dealt with cruelly. My patient pretended to be dead, surviving while the dragon devoured the bodies of her friends. She had much gold left at her disposal, but it came with a burden of memories that recalled devastated cities and countless people burned by acid. Unable to tolerate the guilt, the girl tried to atone for ill-gotten gains with good deeds. I was able to heal her physical wounds. When she parted, she told me she was planning to spend the rest of her wealth organizing an expedition to Ilthulek's lair to end the beast. I recently heard rumor that the villa has been abandoned for quite some time now. It's possible the owner left for other lands, but my heart tells me her bones lie in the lair of Iluthuk, the winged terror and plague to the river kingdoms. Okay, that also gave us an update. Really? Let's see. We got an update in Tusk Gutter. Right, that's been done. Prove your worth. Right. Stolen land. There we go. Examine the old hut that the Stag Lord is interested in. Now we know the location of an old hut that the Stag Lord wanted destroyed for some reason. We're going to find a way to fight the Enchanted Fog. Okay. Let's go ahead and explore. So for those of you who do not know, we actually have a substitute for Lily Panda. I want to introduce you to all to Red Panda. Lily Panda's cousin here in Pathfinder Kingmaker. Also makes really cute panda noises too. And if you get Lily Panda upset, she turns into a red panda as well. Guns in rare form, adventurers. Shy, you have my full permission to wield your banhammer with righteous fury, should you so wish to. Silver inkwell, scroll corrosive touch, and gold coins. Anon234 says, how'd you get a red panda? I think the red panda comes with the Imperial edition. Anon234. It's a reward for being a Pathfinder whale, I think. Scroll of Doom, silver earrings, scroll of shocking grasp, hematite, gleaming gem, 12 gold coins, and meat. Shy. Okay. Shy says, I remember getting that red panda randomly. A watchtower. The bandit seems to have planned to seriously secure the area. God, not every CRPG is about going around murdering everything you see. You know, part of it is reading the text, reading the lore, the conversations, getting into the world. So that's the reason why we're not running around murdering everything in sight. We got a potion of vanish, 23 gold coins, some eggs, and some flour. That's true, actually. You're not wrong. In Skyrim, I did a lot of that. That's for sure. Skyrim, sorry. Edible moss. There we go. There it is. It made a little red panda noise. Oh, sorry, that's something else. That's not the red panda. There's the red panda. Mitch says, I miss Lily being here tonight. She usually is. I wouldn't be surprised if Lily Panda rolled in at some point. Anon234 says, make sure to find everything on this map, DM Wyvern. I know you played it before, but if you can find it, you can make your fight with the Stag Lord easier. Uh-oh. I didn't realize. Do we have some stragglers here? It seems like we do. Alright. Yeah, let's just get stuck right into it. Let's charge that archer with Jathal. Get in that attack. Good. Regengar no longer has the benefit of his spell effects, but he does have his claws. He can still do a lot of damage with it. Oh, he didn't have enough movement. Okay, but still. We got a little bandit here with a mallet coming forwards, crossing the river, the stream. Good hint. Thank you for that hint, Anon334. I did find the wine, if that's what you're referring to, and I did poison it. Let's go ahead and touch chaos this guy. Or just hit him with your flail. That's one way to do it. Alright, DM Wyvern's up. Let's go use Arcane Weapon Enchantment and grow claws. Let me go ahead and read this. Starting at first level, you can grow claws as a free action. These claws are treated as natural weapons, allowing you to make 2 full claw attacks using your full base attack bonus. Each of these attacks deals 1d4 points of damage plus your strength modifier. At 5th level, these claws are considered magic weapons for the purpose of overcoming damage resistance. At 7th level, the damage increases by 1 step to 1d6 points of damage. At 11th level, these claws deal an additional 1d6 points of fire damage on a successful hit. You can use your claws for a number of rounds per day equal to 3 plus your charisma modifier. These rounds do not need to be consecutive. So, can I reach? Not quite, but I can walk forwards. Anon234 says, yes, I was referring to the wine. Didn't want to spoil what the item was. Gotcha. Yep, I found the wine. Didn't... it's been so long since I played this Anon, I kind of forgot, like, the significance of it. But I decided to poison it because I figured that's a kind of a thing an evil party would do. Which my party is. So we went and poisoned it. Okay, fine. That was a good round from Octavia. Miri can go ahead and switch up weapons and rage.
Bring it.
And move forwards. That's what we wanted. We wanted that attack of opportunity. And we got it done. Alright, with Jathal, we'll go ahead and inflict wounds. It's a touch attack, which makes it really easy to land hits. Like that. There we go. 8 damage on that bandit. That bandit's on its last legs. Regengar's up with Grow Claws. 2 attacks. And that is the fight. Let's search. Oh, they had a magical gnome-hooked hammer. Ooh. Salted popcorn makes you drink more Jack, says Mitch. That sounds like it would make me drink some more Jack too. Sturdy cart with weapon marks along the sides. Was that violence good for you, Gon? Alright. I think we've finished exploring the map. Maybe we haven't gone north. Let's go north.
I won't be halted.
He will not be halted. I think this is a good place to set up camp. What do you guys think? What do you adventurers think? I think this is a good place for us to set a camp. Eat some food, get some rest, memorize our spells, get back our powers. So we have Amiri hunting, Octavia helping out with camouflage, Jathal occupying a special role, Undead Guardians, and then we have my character, Regengar, and Harem keeping watch.
Amiri, you are very brave. But why don't you think about what you're doing before you punch someone in the face?
Nah, if I think too much, I get a headache. And when I punch someone's jaw, it disappears.
Shai says, okay, gotta head off for a bit. Behave while I'm gone, lovely chat. If not, I'm coming for your kneecaps. Sounds good, Tiger Cub. You take it easy. So we got an arrest. And onwards we go. Let's take a look at our levels. We're almost hitting that threshold where we can level up, which is good. Shai might be back. She's just heading off for a little while. Alright, and there's the hut. Abandoned hut. The remains of a small house accompanied by an old stone altar are hidden deep in the woods. Local hunters sometimes use the place for shelter and try not to think too hard about who built it and why it was abandoned. Examine the old hut that the Stag Lord is interested in. We will do that, but only after we finish exploring this ancient tomb. We have some unfinished business there. We're going to go ahead and enter. All right. Gon says, Styric agrees, DM. Well, he is a greater werewolf. Of course he would agree to savagery and violence, carnage and bloodshed. That comes naturally to a greater werewolf. And Styric
I did as you asked.
is nothing if not great and a werewolf. Well, that was disappointing. I thought I'd get a lot more out of that. Styric says very naturally. Okay. Next is we're going to head back to Nettles Crossing. Oh, waterlogged lowland. We have to explore that. Let's see what it says. Gloomy, soggy lowland leading into a swamp. Travelers avoid this area. The swamp is dangerous on its own, but it also tends to attract monsters and other unpleasant creatures. Definitely, we gotta check it out now. We walked across the heath for a long time, yet no sight sprang up before our eyes. By turns we discovered a verdant lowland, with several near-about springs streaming down behind another hillside. And then, in the distance, in the center of the lowland among the bush, there stood a single dry tree, a true giant. Its magnificent outline resembled an animal's paw, clawing at the sky. What was truly remarkable, the flat landscape was dotted by mysterious dark humps. They were piled about the height of a man and scattered around in abundance. We determined that we should explore the lowland. The further we trekked, the softer the land became. Step by step, heath grass gave way to moss, low-growing shrubs and ferns, and then sloshy puddles of stinky swamp water. The muddy ground sucked at our feet, and soon our party was jumping from hassock to hassock. Finally, we reached the first group of mysterious humps, and learned they were no mere hills, but dugout dwellings. We moved with great care toward the center of the lowland, and there the real swamp began. On the way toward the mysterious giant tree, we saw the foggy outline of another hut. This one, much bigger, and surrounded by small clay statues. Let's see. We examined the surrounding dwellings. Inside the dugouts were frowsy and darker than holes, and filled with absolute desolation. There were no windows in these mud walls, no furniture or other homely items, except for the odd piece of tattered wicker. But every dwelling had a large hollow dug right in the center of the dirt floor, like a fire pit, but taking up the greater part of the space. They were filled with standing water and reeked beyond description. We would not retreat and moved ever forward toward the tall tree, determined to visit the big hut on our way there. We walked slowly, carefully choosing our way, keeping to drier ground as much as possible. But the further we went, the more difficult it became, and soon we were wading waist-deep through the cattles. Frogs croaked loudly as we peered anxiously into the cloudy water, struggling to make out what shadows flitted along the bottom. Suddenly, Harum staggered, spit out an oath, and flailed his arms. He'd made a wrong step, and unable to pull out his foot, he called out loudly and began to sink into the vile green slush. Athletics 14. Wary of another of us getting sucked into the bog, we decided to form a living chain. Standing next to each other and holding hands, we began to pull up our fellow traveler. Uh-oh, it failed. Harum's head was sucked below the deathly icky water, but our hands were just in time. We pulled with all our strength and he emerged, gasping above the frothy muck. Harum was rather green by the time we'd lifted him out, but found the strength to thank us once he'd caught his breath. The insatiable bog gurgled hungrily after us, but we didn't look back. Sodden and weary, we finally made it to the solid ground, and a palace of sorts rose before our eyes. A spacious hut made of mud like the rest, but decorated with pebbles, bones, cattle spikes, and snail shells. In front of the palace was a wide and shallow reservoir. Its green water reflected the leaves of huge ferns and primitive clay figurines. The buzzing of gnats was nearly deafening. We were not far to the center of the swamp, and a firm and steady path led there through the thick bushes. At its end, that tall, dry tree stretched mightily upwards, clawing at the firmament. Knowledge rolled 17. We carefully examined the clay figurines, trying to fathom who they might betray. Succeeded. Google eyes. Flat heads with no necks, ears, or chins. Ugly, long legs. Unnaturally bent. These sculptures could only be the work of boggards. Primitive, cruel boggard tribes had inhabited the swamps of Garund and Avistan since the olden days. Pitiless to others and to each other, they were led by the darker instincts of their insane priest-kings. They are known to grow young fry in the pools inside the houses. There we go. Garund. Garund is the continent found south of Avistan, across the inner sea, and west of Kazmaran, from which it was separated by the Obari Ocean. During the late Age of Anguish and the Age of Destiny, Central Garund was the heart of civilization in the hemisphere, and this legacy of arcane discovery remains even today in the nations of Osirian, Nex, Nintabu, and Holomonk. Beyond these bastions of civilization, Garund is overrun by dangerous wilds from expansive deserts to impenetrable jungles. We peeked inside the hut. We received something. Short sword, leather armor, and gold coins. The palace, in quotes, was twice the height of the other huts, and its entrance was wide enough that 3 could walk abreast. The walls were decorated. An unknown builder had scratched drawings in the clay while it was still wet. The faded scrawl depicted huge amphibians devouring smaller figures, some frog-headed, others not. 3 of the 4 rooms boasted large holes filled with water, just like the other dwellings, though here there were steps descending into them, cut into the dirt. In the furthest room we found equipment decorating the walls: leather armor, spears, clubs. To our surprise, a number of items were well preserved. The hut was clearly deserted, so we felt no shame in taking some of it with us. Alright, we moved forward, seeing we'd drawn so near to our goal. It was ever so lovely to walk once again along the well-trodden path. Our soaked clothes imagined being dry, and our mood at once lifted. The bushes that bordered the path seemed to wave at us amiably, with their juicy green leaves and shiny bright red berries. A fresh wind puffed away the rotten smell, and it finally felt like the swamp might be nearly behind us. But then the wind stopped blowing, and the thorny branches continued to move, and we heard a shout. Amiri, who was watching our rear, pointed to a surging, crawling wall of green, filling in the path behind us. The surrounding thicket was coming to life. Its branches reached out with a soft swishing sound. Drops of sap oozed from their thorns, gleaming in the emerald dusk. The path was disappearing. There was no way back, and the clear space ahead was closing. Strength 15. We drew our swords and tried cutting a way through. Succeeded. We drew our swords and set to clear the way. Our steel proved more than a match. No matter how many branches and bloodthirsty bush offered us, no matter how many branches the bloodthirsty bush offered us, we turned them all into chopped salad. Slowly but steadily, we moved forward. Finally, after it was idiotic, its muzzle hung, half open, sharp-toothed with several hanging tongues. Deep brown streaks oozed from the corners of its mouth. Uh-oh. Are we having internet troubles? It doesn't appear that way. Looks like we're good. Are we back? Can you guys hear me? Any delays? Tarda says he's good. Alright. Lore 15. Let's try lore 15. We tried to glean what sort of idol it might be. Succeeded. There could be no doubt. This was Golganta, master of the great swamp and the demon abyss. But what is this? While we were examining the idol, a large, bright blue dragonfly came out of a hollow in the tree and sat invitingly on the very tip of one of our noses. It was so remarkably strange. It didn't react to our movements and seemed quite content to remain where it sat. Goganta is a demon lord of fetid swamps and serves as the sole goddess of the swamp-dwelling bogards. Goganta appears as a frog with many heads and even more eyes and tongues. Bogards portray her as a huge queen of their kind. So we got two choices: lawful good, chaotic evil, or neutral. We're going to go with chaotic evil because we are a bad sort. Fortitude 18, we're probably not going to make that though. Suddenly, DM Wyvern grabbed the dragonfly and held it in front of his mouth. Oh gods, did he just decide to eat it? Oh, we made it! I heard a wet crunch and I winced. Before I could look, I turned around, hearing a faint cry. DM Wyvern had turned white and started to collapse. We barely had time to catch him. After returning to life in a few hours, he told us amazing things. It turns out that Bogard priests ate blue dragonflies to fall into hypnotic trances, where they could hear the will of the goddess, the demon lord Goganta, the creator of all Bogard kind. In his dream, DM Wyvern saw ancient times, how the Bogards built their settlements, how they raided the neighbors and enslaved their children, how they held bloody rituals to honor bloated amphibian monsters, the roar of their laughter throughout the dark centuries. And he saw a priest bury his stash of plundered jewelry in his hut, rather than offering it to his cruel goddess. In return, the wrathful Goganta set a horrible plague upon his tribe, and that priest would be their last. We turned around to leave the abominable swamp. The flesh-eating bush grew quiet and gave way. On the journey back, we were sure to look inside the priest's hut and dig out the treasure that had once wiped out his entire tribe. And for that, we received an emerald and 117 experience. And that's it. That was the adventure there. Uh-oh. You guys hear that? Peach is pissed. I don't know if you can hear Peach wailing. Can you guys hear that? Can you hear my cat wailing? that is the evil Peach. He's sitting by my window and looking outside. Something is pissing him off. His tail's all bushy. You're all good, Peachy. Nothing can get you here. That is my cat. That's the evil Peach. He's pissed. On 2, 3, 4 says, sounded like a baby crying. Thankfully, it's not a baby crying. It's just Peach complaining about what's outside.
My strength betrays me.
Uh-oh, we're tired. Let's go ahead and camp. We're going to go ahead and begin resting.
Oh, the Technic League will even the score. I swear to Calistria. I hope they send more of their agents to us. It feels so good to wipe the ground with them.
He's making that big fuss because he's nice and snug inside my my room here. Nothing can get him, right, Peachy? Unless it's a bear that's going to come crashing through my my glass door here. In that case, we're effed. Right? The gamer Rodriguez says he wants to fight the Sasquatch outside your window. Alright, let's go back to Nettles Crossing. Don't get me scared here, Gabriel. Anon234 says, my cat's sitting behind me on my chair snoring. Aww. Raven says, or is it a murder clown? Come on, Raven. There we go. We got Octavia doing her job as a picklock. We got a ring and 200 gold coins. We'll take that. There's something else here we can... Right? Isn't there something else? I guess that was it. I could have sworn that there was something else here. Let's take a look. So we have Wand of Grease. We could maybe give that to Octavia. Yeah, there we go. And a Wand of Expeditious Retreat. Belt Lantern. Let's give this to Octavia as well. Longsword +1. Let's give that to someone. Character abilities. Dwarven weapon familiarity. Martial. A flail. Scythe. Martial weapons proficiency. Orc. Okay, that can go to you. When need be. We're going to keep you on your claws for the time being. Yeah, that looks good. It says, I have 6 dogs and 1 cat. I don't see the cat but once in a blue moon. She lives in the house, but I couldn't prove it much of the month. Gotcha. How many dogs do you have gone? Alright, there is the Oleg's trading post set up back over there. We got 2 events to explore. Svetlana's Ring and Tusk Gutter. Off we go, 12 hours. 3 Rottweilers, 1 Chiweenie, and another Hurricane Rescue Mutt. I couldn't tell you. Octavia. With a delighted smile, Octavia inhales the smell coming from Oleg's trading post. Fresh bread! I can't believe it. All this time that we sat in cages and crawled in the mud, there were places in the world where they were baking fresh bread. And here we are. I bet they have clean sheets. And maybe we can even take a bath. A girl can dream. I'm going to say... To be honest, the food here is not very good. Octavia says, it depends what you compare it to. After the swill they gave us at the Technic League, a royal feast awaits us. You do so much for us. Is it all because you're kind? Or maybe, the half-elf smiles flirtatiously, maybe it's because you've been charmed by my beauty. Let's see. I'm going to say you're out of line. I took you into my party to fight, not flirt. Octavia's not for me. Jathal, however, she's my bae. Octavia says, I'm joking. Don't take it so seriously. Alright, enough talk. Fresh bread and clean sheets await. Alright. In we go.
I won't be halted.
Won't be halted. There's Oleg. Let's talk to good old Oleg here and get some stuff done. Look at Harem. He looks terrible. Let's see. Tuskgutter is dead. You could mount his head on the wall as a trophy. Oleg looks at the bloodstained boar's head with respect, touching its tusk with his fingers to test how sharp it is. That's one heck of a beast. I'd love to have a trophy like that, but a deal is a deal. The head goes to old Benzin, and his bounty goes to you. Alright, we got 400 gold coins, a masterwork longbow, and 180 experience. We lost Tuskgutter's head. Show me your wares. Alright, let's go ahead and sell all this stuff. Masterwork longbow. Not so sure what's the deal with masterwork weapons. It's all masterwork stuff. I kind of want to start saving some of these things in case I have need of them further down the line. sell all that stuff. What about armor? Yeah, we can sell all that good stuff. Alright, we can also get rid of some of this stuff as well. You can alter a spell with a range of touch, close or medium, to increase its range by 1 category, using the following order: touch, close, medium, and long. That could be useful. Alright. Let's go here and do some inventory upstairs. Oops. Torches can stay with me. We can sell off the gnome hooked hammer +1. Studded leather we can keep. Who could benefit from studded leather? Oops, today, sorry. Info. Arcane's failure 15%. I don't want to risk that. I would rather give you braces of armor +1. These braces grant their wearer an armor bonus of +1, just as though they were wearing armor. Like most bonuses, an armor bonus does not stack with armor bonuses from different sources, such as bonuses from wearing armor or from the mage spell. Mage armor spell, sorry. If that is the case, the mage armor can be good for you. So, let's see. Jathal's got the ring going. Blessed Signet, Cloak of Resistance. I'll go to you. Who could benefit? Oh, sorry. Who could benefit from the back? Yes. Who could benefit from the I guess we could put that there for the time being. That looks good. Or do we want to try and risk it? 50% is 50%. There's always the chance of spell failure, I guess. Without it, it's 14. I might as well sell this, honestly. Hide armor. We need to upgrade your armor, Amiri, when we can. Alright, let's get to level ups. Let's drop a save. There we go. Level up DM Wyvern. Take another level in Magus. There we go. Put a point into use magic device. That looks good. Let's see. Extra arcane pool. What do we got here? Combat casting. Arcane armor training. Power attack. Weapon focus. Unarmed strike. That is kind of tempting. Spiked heavy shield bash. Claw. I quite like the idea of focusing on claws. Do we want to focus on the scimitar? I guess claw. Yeah, let's go ahead. Why not? Let's go ahead and do that. We got a Magus Arcana to choose from. He can spend 1 point from his arcane pools to swift action to grant himself an insight bonus equal to his charisma bonus on all attack rolls until the end of his turn. That is really good. Let's go with it. Arcane accuracy. There we go. And we got to choose another spell here. So I got magic armor. I got, sorry, corrosive touch, shocking grasp, true strike, and mage armor. I didn't know that had mage armor. Sorry. 1. Okay. So I get to choose 1 level 1 spell. Shield. That sounds good. That looks good to me. Complete. I wonder. Natural 20, eh? Okay. Anyway. Good deal. Next up is Regengar, who's basically my twin. Taking on level Magus. We got Persuasion and Athletics. Sure. Weapon focus for Regengar. Also make a Claw. Take Arcane Accuracy too. And he's got Shocking Grasp, True Strike, Mage Armor. Take Corrosive Touch. Why not? There we go. Next up is Jaethal. Another level Inquisitor. Alright. Armor proficiency heavy. Magic, intimidating prowess, elemental focus, deceitful, combat casting. I would take weapon focus. Do we got weapon focus scythe? Yeah, there we go. And we got to choose a teamwork feat. Let's see. Whenever you and an ally who also has this feat are flanking the same creature, you deal an additional 1d6 points of precision damage with each successful melee attack. It could be good. Yeah, I'll take Precise Strike. It's our teamwork feat. That looks good. We gotta choose a level 1 spell. I am enjoying Cause Fear, I will admit. Let's choose Cause Fear. That has been useful to us. Alright, that looks good. Solo Tactics. Next up is Amiri, our Barbarian. We're going to take another level in Barbarian. We're going to invest in Athletics, Mobility, Lore Nature, and Perception. And Weapon Focus. Ginormous Sword. Extra Rage Power. I don't think we need that stuff. Power Attack. This is quite good, though. This bonus damage is increased by 50% if you make an attack with a two-handed weapon. Can we choose Weapon Focus Bastard Sword? We can. Or Or we could choose claws. We should be in keeping. Give us a little bonus with our rage power. Let's go and take that. Next up is Harem. Harem will get another level in cleric. We're going to take points into lore, religion, perception, and I think that's it. And I see you got spell focus too. Spell focus, eh? I'm not so sure what would be the best pick here for him, so we're going to leave that alone. Weapon focus, flail. Extra channel cleric. That sounds good. Perfect. Adventurers, please bid a Wyvern's Lair farewell for our adventurer Kit Wayne, saying, okay, I'm going to go do my thing. Good night, all. Peace to you. Peace to you, Kit. Thank you so much for dropping by and joining us. I hope you had fun here at the Wyvern's Lair. Finally, we're going to level up Octavia. I have to choose between, wow, Arcane Trickster. So we need Trickery 4, Mobility 4, Sneak Attack 2. Okay, so let's get another level in Rogue. What do we need back? What do you need for Arcane Trickster? Knowledge Arcana 4, okay. So... Sorry? Charisma's not that high. Perception is racial. I don't mind lots of perception for you. That looks good to me, I think. Oh, we got 1 point left over. Let's see. Knowledge World. That looks good, I think. That's a nice spread of points. Oh, accomplish sneak attacker. Your sneak attack damage increases by 1d6. We'll take that. And we got a rogue talent. We can take a combat trick. What can we take in the way of a combat trick? No, we're not going to take a combat trick. Fast stealth. Terrain mastery, slow reactions. Opponents damaged by the character's sneak attack can't make attacks of opportunity for 1 round. So that's actually kind of good. We'll take that. There we go. Complete that. And I think we're done with our level ups here. I think this looks good. Alright, save our game. Get an arrest. Let me just quickly check to see. All right. We can continue on here. We got Regengar and we have Octavia to speak to. Let's go and speak to these party members. Regengar, what do you want? Have a little chat? All right. It's not like we have anything better to do. I'm going to say, tell me about yourself. What is there to know? I was born. I'm alive. Haven't died yet. That enough for you? I'm going to say, do you remember your childhood? Before Regengar replies, adventurers, please welcome our great friend Susan SF here to the Wyvern's Lair. Anon234 says, going Arcane Trickster for Octavia? I am indeed Anon234. That's exactly what I'm going for. So that's why I got the Accomplished Sneak Attacker. That fulfills the 2 hit die. 2 dice of sneak attack required for the roll. I'll invest the rest into Wizard. And hopefully we'll be off to the races with Arcane Trickster soon. Hold on one second. I gotta let out my cat. All right, I'm back. Let's just make sure that I'm coming through clearly here. Test, test. Yeah, I am. Stark says, nice, saying hi to the kitty, indeed. Susan SF says, Raven, Mitch, Star Shadow, Gabriel Rodriguez. Hi, DM Wyvern's cat. Hi, TARDIS. All right. Regengar scowls. What a crap question. I was just a kid when they sold me. Before that, I don't remember much. Smoky fires, sticky hides, always bumping along on a horse. I think I was born in one of the Kaled tribes of Numeria. There are many. Some survive on their own. Some give up their pride and serve the Technic League. I guess mine was one of the cowards. They sold their own kids. I remember my father's hands, rough, scarred, white. So I guess I get this green skin from my mother. But I don't remember her. I think I remember playing with another half-orc child. A brother, maybe. For some reason, they didn't sell him. Just me. Father gave him his dagger to play with. Never gave it to me. Ugh, I don't want to remember. Forget all this. I am an orphan. Regengar waves his hand wryly. What deity do you worship? Oh, sorry. Regengar says, I grew up a slave. That I remember well. So many things burned into my memory. Most of all, I remember her, my Octavia. Today, we are almost the same age. But back then, she was twice as young as me. Just a child, but a brave one. Cunning, bold, and beautiful. The most beautiful girl in the world. I asked him which deity he worships, and Regengar says, ha! Never got much help from the gods so far. But if you make me choose, I'd say Callistra. Who else could I worship? The savored sting. The goddess of pleasure, fun, and revenge. Oh yes. Callistria, also known as the savored sting and the unquenchable fire, is the goddess of lust and revenge, who takes on many faces and guises. She is held in especially high regard by elves, who often identify with her mercurial moods and unchangeable nature. A fondness for wasps has earned this vengeful deity the title of Savored Sting. Such creatures live on after harming their enemies, a trait Callistria's followers hope to emulate when pursuing their goals. Where did you get your magical powers? Regengar says, What magical powers? The hells are you talking about? Oh, you mean these. Regengar makes lightning run over his hands with a contented smile, then snaps his fingers, invoking a shower of blinding sparks. I've had them since I was born. At least one thing I can thank my scum parents for. Maybe these powers are why they sold me to slavery. Think they were scared? Who knows? Damn Numerians. At the Technic League, they drew my blood, did experiments, burned me with fire, tortured me with cold and electricity. And they told me, you won't believe it, they told me I have blue dragon blood in my veins. Not bad, huh? I'm a dragon, you freaks. Come check my blood if you dare. Grinning, Regengar strikes his palm with a fist, and another fountain of electric sparks shoots upwards. Let me go ahead and read the descriptions for the Technic League here. The Technic League is a group of arcanists and other lore seekers obsessed with unlocking the mysteries of the Silver Mount, an ancient alien artifact that crashed long ago near the Numerian capital city of Starfall. Through their indirect control over the nation's ruler, the Black Sovereign, Kevath Kul, the Technic League also has strong influence over the laws, policies, and economy of Numeria, and they are also slavers. They had Regengar and Octavia as slaves. What do your tattoos mean? They are magical. They help me control my powers. The Technic League gave them to me. I'd hoped that somewhere on my body there was at least one sign left by my tribe, but no. I guess they didn't care to bother. To hell with them. They better hope I never find them. If I ever meet my father, I will even the score between us. I'm going to say, how do you manage to use both sword and magic and not cut off your fingers? Regengar says, it's simple. I'm just that bloody good. The half-orc gives a contented grin. Do you enjoy making people suffer? Regengar says, why should I care about their suffering? I do what I want. If I step on someone's toes, they shouldn't have put themselves in my way. But chasing someone down just to torture them? That's only entertainment for maniacs like the Technic League. Well, on second thought, for them I would make an exception. I'd love to watch as I fry them nice and slow. But why do you ask? Do my methods shock you? Regengar clenches his fist, buzzing with sparks, and laughs loudly at his joke. Chaotic evil. Very amusing, and if you're right... Chaotic evil. Very amusing, and you're right. Someone gets in your way, it's their own fault. Regengar says, that's what I say. There's too many freaks who don't understand, just asking to be run through with a sword. Sometimes I'm casting a spell, looking at another fool thinking, you idiot, what the hell are you doing? You'd still be alive if you weren't standing in my way. None of this had to happen. And then, bam! They're dead. And I have to clean some more blood from my shirt. Thank you for your answers. Adventurers, please welcome Andrew Mayer to the Wyvern's Lair, saying, let's go! Love this game. Hey, Andrew, I love this game too. Welcome to the Wyvern's Lair. I am DM Wyvern, and this is my playthrough of Pathfinder Kingmaker. Andrew says, is he a sword saint or just a regular magus? Regengar, and also my character for that matter, are Eldritch Scions, which are kind of like a subclass of the magus. I'm aware that Sword Saint is also a great choice, but I decided to go with Eldritch Scion from my main character, and Regengar will also remain an Eldritch Scion for this playthrough as well. Tell me about your life in Numeria. You mean my life as a slave? I didn't see much except for the slave barracks and the League's twisted lavatories. How did you happen to become a slave? Regengar says, I was sold by my own tribe when I was just a little brat. The half-orc clenches his teeth, then spits on the ground and steps on it with his boot. So I grew up in a slave barracks. I was raised to be sold like a battle animal. They tried to break me, but they picked the wrong brat. No matter how much you beat this animal, he only gets angrier. The half-orc punches himself in the chest and snarls. Why did your masters teach you magic? Regengar, can't you guess? Because magic is in my blood. That's why they bought. I wasn't raised as some lowly mop slave, but as a murder machine. I'd fetch quite a nice sum of gold. You might also ask if they knew I'd take the first opportunity to rip out their own guts, using everything they taught me. Ha! Of course they did. But that's the Technic League. They calculate risk. Octavia kept pretending to be simple-minded, so they wouldn't expect anything of her. But I made every effort, though they didn't teach me much. What is there to teach? It's not book magic, it's innate. They made me practice with my sword more, but I did my best in everything. I studied all I could. They knew they were raising an enemy, but they thought they could keep me on a short leash, or sell me to someone with deep pockets, so I become someone else's problem. But who won in the end, huh? Who's free? Who will bury them all? The half-orc makes an obscene gesture in the northwestern direction toward Numeria. Once a rising power, posed to unite its neighbors under its banner, Numeria's leadership has fallen into decay. Here, savagery and science exist side by side. Amid the wreckage of a crashed starship from a distant world, technomancers from across Galarian flock to research and exploit the technological wonders found within the otherworldly ruins. Meanwhile, tribes of primitive barbarians cling to an age-old tradition and eschew technology in favor of their own raw skill and martial prowess. This is a nation where, under the auspices of technological advancement and the betterment of civilization, a select few rule a subjugated nation as despots and tyrants, placing their own power and continued reign above the well-being of their citizens. What else did you see beyond your life in chains? Regengar. What could I have seen? Well, when we ran, we went through Starfall. A city just as brutal and as harsh as the unforgiving Numerian land that it is capital of. The place is a mockery of the soft capitals of the south, with a level of decadence which would put even Taldors to shame. This decadence is surrounded by the filthy reek of human misery. Here, the Black Sovereign, Keveth Kull, rules the whim of the Technic League, while the rest of the city suffers under his harsh rule. That's a fine city. Big, loud, many merchants, things to see, things to steal. But I didn't have much chance to walk around. It's the very nest of the sodding Technic League. We were focused more on getting out alive. We met some barbarians. I asked them who might know what tribe I'm from. They didn't know anything. I don't have any tribal tattoos, nothing. Actually, they were all right. Well, some of them. The Blood Pikes, for one, they're great. All the rivers are theirs. We sailed with them during one of our escapes, almost all the way to Brevoy, and they didn't turn us in. But the White Scars got us after that. Those guys are shit. They've sold their pride to the Technic League. Oh, one more thing. One time, Octavia and I tried to escape and stumbled across a Numerian monster. I'll never forget it. A huge spider the size of a house, made of metal, spitting fire, shooting deadly rays all round. That thing could probably tear even a dragon to pieces. Ruined our escape plans, too. We had to go back. You and Octavia tried to... Honestly, Numeria and Starfall sound like an amazing setting for a Pathfinder game. I don't know about you adventurers, but I'd love to visit there in a future Pathfinder CRPG. Did you and Octavia try to escape? Regengar says, what do you think? Of course we tried. I stopped counting how many times. Jumped from windows, dug tunnels, choked out guards, or seduced them. That happened too. But those dirtbags caught us every time. Every bloody time. My back is covered with whip scars. Lucky we were prize property. They'd spent too much gold on us to kill us. Anyone else would be hung and forgotten. They kept trying to break us and recoup their expenses. I don't know whether I could have survived by sheer stubbornness if it weren't for Octavia. I probably couldn't have. I would have just given up and died. But I had to pull my girl out of that meat grinder. And she believed in me and had enough for both of us. When I lay there with my back slashed to pieces, she whispered to me about the River Kingdoms, where there's no slavery, where everyone can go wherever they want and take whatever they want. I'll be damned, but I thought she was just making this up, keeping her hopes alive. And now it turns out to be true. All of it, every last word. No chains, no slaves, no laws. Just live and be happy. Is slavery legal in Numeria? Regengar. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. There are some laws against it. But even in Starfall, a third of the people live in bondage, and that's the capital. In regions where the Black Sovereign's hand doesn't reach, they hold to tribal customs instead of laws. The barbarians don't keep slaves. Instead they have thralls. Big, bloody difference. And on top of all that mess, there's the Technic League. Law and custom mean nothing to those slime balls. They just take whatever they want, and whoever they want. Thank you for your answers. All right. What kind of relationship do you have with Octavia? Regengar says, well, my Octavia and I don't have a relationship. We have a life together. How did you meet? Regengar says, back when we were children, we were taken as apprentices by a great spellmaster, Janusz. Maestro Janusz, he called himself. He was our teacher. Well, he made Octavia read books and memorize spells. I have my own innate magic. Trained me a bit. Taught me how to control my gifts so I wouldn't lose control and incinerate myself like a dumbass. Oh, teacher, we will meet again. There's one more test I must pass. But you were asking about my Octavia. We've been together all our lives. We learned everything together. How to weave magic and how to survive. As she grew older, we learned how to love. Without each other, we would never have gotten out of there. That's for sure. We would have given up and surrendered to death. But together, that's a very different story. Not the first time, not the 10th, but eventually we made it out. Are you and Octavia faithful to each other? Octavia and I are connected, and this connection cannot be broken. We grew into each other, you know. Jealousy is for weak cowards who don't trust each other and are scared of being tricked. If a knight on the side threatens your love, that just means there is no real love there to begin with. She and I are together, to the end, and we will never part from each other. So when she likes some lad or some lass, it's no drama to me. I just ask her whether she wants me to leave them alone or join in, and she does the same. What? Are you judging us? Or maybe you just want to join us in our tent, The half-orc grins. Let's say, what? That's enough from you. Regengar laughs. Oh, I can't help it. You are so pretty when you blush. Say 2. Why do you call her yours? She doesn't seem to like that very much. Regengar says, my girl loves freedom so much, and even a slight chance of losing it frightens her. She is so smart. You really think she feels like I'm trying to make her mine, like an apple stolen at a market? Me, who is skinned alive for trying to help her escape? If she's afraid of the word my, it's because she doesn't understand the difference between my boots and my heart. But she will understand, sooner or later. Okay, thank you for your answers. Don't mention it, says Regengar. So long. If you want to know anything else, just ask. Don't be shy. Just don't go pale when I answer. There's Regengar. Adventurers, please welcome Dustin Sedlock to the Wyvern's Lair. Glad to have you here. I am DM Wyvern, Dustin Sedlock, and this is my playthrough of Pathfinder Kingmaker. We were just talking to companions that we picked up on our most recent adventure. I'm about to talk to Octavia here, a rogue wizard. Octavia, oh hello. Octavia gives you a fetching smile. Something you need? Could you tell me about your childhood, please? Octavia sighs. Too little. Some scraps of memories, no more than that. What exactly do you remember? Octavia reflects on that, tapping her finger against her cheek. Nothing special. Some images of faraway past, that's all. I do remember wooden table legs. The paint on them was peeling off, and I was standing on my toes, trying to peek at what was on the table. I remember the wild rose by the window. It kept me up at night, scratching the glass with its gnarled branchlets. I do remember my mother's blue dress. It was a trifle battered, but it smelled of lavender. Octavia wrinkles her forehead. I guess that's all. Not much there, right? All those memories. It's like they're not mine at all. I recall some images, and I know I should feel something about them, but I don't remember what exactly I should feel. So let them rot in a swamp with tatzelworms, Octavia grins cheerfully. My life's good enough without them. What do you know about your parents? You're a half-elf, right? Am I? Octavia examines herself as if seeing herself for the first time. You know, I think you might be right. I'm rather slim and tall, and I can see well in dim light. She raises her hands and touches her ears. Aha! They are a bit pointy. Yes, I'm definitely a half-elf. Let's think about that logically. So my mother was an elf and my father was a human. Or maybe it was the other way around, and my mother was a... Finally, Octavia can't take it anymore and bursts into laughter, having spoiled her own act. So that's it. Now you know as much about my parents as I do, she says after her laughter subsides. Do you remember how you were enslaved? I clearly remember the man who took me away from my home. He was big, with a huge pot belly and a shaggy beard. I was afraid he would eat me. Octavia shrugs. Anyway, he didn't stay with me long. He gave me to his slaver accomplices, and I never saw him again. When my mother was giving me to him, she was crying. I can still barely hear her quiet voice, but I can't recall her words or her face behind the tears. Just that lavender smell. It tickled my nose, and I wanted to sneeze. Did my mother sell me into slavery? But then why was she crying? And if she didn't want me to be a slave, why didn't she try to save me? Octavia twirls her hair, pondering over the thought, then sighs. One more riddle from my past that I don't care to solve. I say, it must be horrible being unable to recall your childhood. Oh, I recall my childhood in rather bright details. It was spent in dirty barracks, I wore flea-infested rags, and slept on a straw mattress instead of a proper bed. Octavia smiles humorously. Though I understand what you mean. You know, to be honest, I'm not sure I want to remember my childhood before my slavery. I'm not sure I want to remember my childhood before slavery. If I could remember what I lost, it would probably just bring me more pain. Octavia shakes her head several times and makes herself smile again. So it's good that I don't remember much of anything. Will you tell me about your life in slavery? Octavia. I don't like to recall it, but if you insist. Octavia frowns. The slavers from the Technic League tried to ruin my life, but all they could do was ruin my childhood. How did you happen to find yourself in the Stolen Lands? My enslavers from the Technic League funded a large expedition into the Stolen Lands. 100 agents, tens of slaves, wagons. We were to search for some ancient artifacts or ancient ruins. Octavia shrugs. The Stolen Lands. Where we are an almost wholly unsettled region in the northeastern section of the River Kingdoms, bordering the nation of Brevoy and serving as a buffer between Brevoy and the River Kingdoms. Traditionally the haunt of bandits and monstrous humanoids, the Stolen Lands are regarded as stolen by all nations along their border, even though none have ever been able to keep these realms under their control for long. Octavia says, my group never made it to the Technic League hideout. Along the way, it was attacked by the future owner of the Stolen Lands himself, and I'll be forever grateful to him for it. Octavia winks cheerfully. Did you have any masters over the years? Octavia, yes, many of them. Some owned me for years, others felt they had enough of me in a couple of months. Trust me, I did all I could to make every master eager to get rid of me. A slave that's trained in magic is a rather expensive thing, so they couldn't kill me. At least that was the hope. So I drooled and played an idiot, and I listened as every new master argued with my former one, trying to return me. Sometimes I punctured the pages of magic books I was forced to copy with a quill. Other times I pretended to mix up spells, so instead of lighting a magic torch, I set dozens of dancing lights floating just below the ceiling. Of course, most of these tricks of mine usually ended up badly. I got punished on a regular basis. My back still remembers the master's whip, though all my scars from those times are long gone. Where did you learn to use magic? Oh, I was taught magic by Janusz of Starfall, one of the most famous wizards in Numeria. Maestro Janusz, as he insisted on calling himself. Octavia's voice overflows with contemptuous sarcasm. Anyone would be happy to learn from such a great master, and only a talentless bitch like me would dare to reject his teachings and indulge in her laziness. At least, that's what Maestro Janusz used to repeat constantly while whipping knowledge into my back. The great Maestro is a big fan of punishment. Octavia's lips press into a thin line. The Technic League didn't care if a few slaves died under the master's whip, as long as Maestro Janusz provided an arcane trained one in return. Officially, there is no slavery in Numeria, but the Technic League is above any law. A slave with an aptitude for the arcane is worth much more than a regular one. The slave's repertoire is limited to the simplest and safest of spells, of course. Have you ever tried to run away? Octavia says, what a silly question. Of course I tried. As soon as we saw even the tiniest opportunity to get free, Reg and I grabbed for it. On one occasion, we jumped from the cart into the river. There was a time when we spent weeks trying to dismantle the far wall of the barracks and make a path out. Sometimes we attacked our guards when they least expected it. We craved freedom. We lived only to dream about it. Those short days, sometimes weeks, that we spent on the run were the happiest days of my life. We used to hide in the woods or blend in with the crowd on the streets of Starfall. Midnight stars were our guiding lights, and we shared our dream with them, to reach the river kingdoms. For in these lands there were neither slaves nor masters. We were starving and freezing, but that was the real life. Too bad it usually ended too soon. The Technic League agents always found us in the end. I don't know how they managed to do it. They probably used magic, or maybe it was just our fate. They whipped us and returned us to our old masters, or sold us to new ones, if the old ones refused to pay. So we were slaves again, but the dream about the river kingdoms never left our hearts. Have your masters ever hurt you? Octavia, you figured that out, didn't you? Octavia narrows her eyes. Or maybe you don't want to hear all about the beatings I survived, the humiliations I've endured. Imagine the worst thing one person can do to another and multiply it tenfold. That's what happened to me nearly every day in slavery. Masters, oh how I hate that word. Octavia shakes her head furiously, making her locks dance. They punished me because they wanted to hurt me. But what hurt even more was the mere fact of their existence. Let's talk about something else. What kind of relationship do you have with Regungar? Octavia shrugs awkwardly. We're together, she answers simply. The way you said we're together sounded unconvincing. Something wrong. Octavia says, you noticed. Well, I didn't mean that. Now I'll have to explain. Octavia shakes her head. I'm not sure how I know how to put it correctly. You see, Reg seems to treat me like his property. He's always kind to me, and it feels good when we travel together, or when we share a blanket at the campsite. But he always calls me my Octavia. I've told him over and over that I don't belong to anyone, that I'm my own, that I stay with him by my own free will. He only grins when I say that. I bet he likes to think that I'm his. Never mind, though. I'll sort it out somehow. Octavia shakes her head, making the troubling thoughts go away. When did you meet Reg? Years ago, when I was studying magic at Maestro Janusz's. Reg was his student too, though you couldn't actually say he was really studying anything. Reg had his own ways to cast spells. He never needed the Maestro's instructions. You see, unlike wizards, Reg draws power directly from his innate bloodline abilities. Janusz didn't realize the nature of Reg's powers when he took the young boy as his new student, and when he finally understood them, he just taught the negligent half-orc to control his powers to avoid harming himself or the others. Reg and I have been together ever since. We could both use magic, but more importantly, we both craved freedom. We used to vow to each other that someday we'd break free from the unbearable captivity or die trying, together. Octavia gives you a warm smile. I guess it's good that we fulfilled only the first part of that vow. I'm going to say, you owe him much? Octavia winces. I don't like this "owe" word. I don't owe anything to anybody. Everything I do of my own free will. But to answer your question, yes, Reg has done a lot for me. I can't count how many times he was whipped by masters because of me. How many times he took the blame for my doings. He never complained when they dragged him, beaten and covered in blood, to the slave barracks. He just groaned and clenched his fists, while I bandaged his wounds with scraps of my filthy clothing. We've always been together, my whole life, as slaves and as free people. I wouldn't be me if not for him. Say the fact that Reg is so impulsive doesn't bother you. That is a very delicate matter. Octavia winces, looking away. Reg means a lot to me, and he endured a lot for me. But some parts of him just scare me. He becomes extremely bloodthirsty when it comes to slavers. Don't get me wrong, I hate slavers with all my heart, and I'll do a lot to cleanse the world of their filth. But Reg, he'd do anything, understand? Absolutely anything. I'm afraid that anger might kill everything good in him. I've attempted to talk to him about it many times, but he just won't listen. He becomes even angrier after our conversations, Octavia sighs, sadly. Let's change the subject. I'm going to say, I just have to ask, how do you manage to look so gorgeous even when we're out in the middle of nowhere? Octavia. Oh, so you've noticed. Octavia smiles slyly. My appearance is a result of daily effort, and it's not easy. Do you know how much time it takes to create a good makeup or to mend a dress, even with the help of magic? So if someday you wake up early, an hour before dawn or so, you can actually check on me. You'll see how I prepare myself for a new day. I'm going to say neutral. So much effort. Though that's your business. Right, that's my business. It's good that you understand that. Octavia nods and flashes a teasing smile at you. You know, it feels so good to be a beauty in a group of barely washed, extremely reckless young gentlemen. You're my thorns, and I'm your rose, Octavia giggles. You worship Callistra, right? Yes, many slaves survived only thanks to their faith. Some lived hoping for a day when a good deity would deliver them. Some even offered deals to the evil gods. But me and Reg, Callistria has taught us the most important things. Expect no gifts from above. Rely only on ourselves. Never forgive those who wronged us. But at the same time, savor every droplet of pleasure we can squeeze from our bleak days. I'm going to say it's amazing how, after all your hardships, you still remain so cheerful and optimistic. Octavia's smile fades a little. I try not to view my life as a never-ending course of sufferings. Yes, I've had my share of hard times, but do I need to recall them? After all, along with the bad things, I had some good things as well. I had a dream and I followed it, and eventually it came true. Following that path, I met Reg and you. Now I'm free and surrounded by friends. All right. Octavia's voice trembles with hidden emotions, but her smile remains warm and sincere. DM Wyvern. All right, we'll talk later. Octavia says sure. He gives you a friendly smile. Come anytime. Wowzers. All right, so we learned a little bit about Octavia and Regengar. Time check. Let's do a quick time check. 8:42. We got about 20 more minutes on the stream, I think. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right, on we go. All right. Let's gather up the party and head out once again. Trophies left? I guess I guess we can sell these things off. Like, what does it matter? What does it matter, really?
We do it.
Let's go ahead and sell this off to our man Oleg. Check on our rations, too. Show me your wares. Yeah, sell that. I'm sure there'll come a time when we'll need some of that. Let's see. That's all looking good. That looks good. Cure light ones. Oh yeah, let's talk to our man Boken. Boken smiles at you. Oh, it's you. Want to buy something? Yeah, show me what you have. You got lots of alchemist fire. Potion of cure moderate ones. Wand of mage armor. 50 charges too. Wand of snowball. Let's get that. An invisible but tangible field of force surrounds the subject of a mage armor spell, providing a +4 armor bonus to AC. That's worth it, I think. Definitely going to want a few of these too, I think, for Jathal. Yeah, let's get 10 of these. Move. Ouch. That's going to cost a bit. And we'll take one of these. 2 of these, actually. Kind of expensive. Move that over. We'll do 3. 3 moderate wound, inflict moderate wound potions for Jathal. That looks good. Yeah, we'll go with that. Cost a little bit. That cost a little bit. But the wand is going to come in useful. Let's get the wand of mage armor here. Something good for a pre-buff.
Onwards.
Alright, let's get our party. I think that's the party we're going to go with. So we have my character, DM Wyvern, an Eldritch Scion. We have Harem, a Cleric. Imperial Barbarian, Jathal, an Inquisitor. Regengar, an Eldritch Scion. And Octavia, a Rogue Wizard. Alright. And there it is. There's our target. Start making our way towards it. Random encounter. You spotted enemies. We're going to fight it, of course.
Face me if you dare.
Get ready for the battle. What are we facing off against? Bandit Illusionists. Alright, whose turn is this? This is DM Wyvern's turn. Can't quite reach. But I can move up here. I can cast Arcane Weapon Enchantment. And then I can cast True Strike. Yep, that's what I'll do. And that'll be my turn. Harem's up next. We're going to go ahead and bless our party. And we're going to move up. Oh, hey, we got people behind us, too. Uh-oh. Color spray? Oh, no. Enlarge. Let's enlarge Amiri. And that'll be my turn, I guess. We're going to go ahead and rage. And can we charge? We can.
Look at me!
Critical hit, 21 damage. Excellent. Jathal, can you charge too? No, you can't. Can you charge this character here? Yes, you can. Oh my gosh, Jathal. Jathal dealt 36 damage to that bandit and blew it to pieces. Well done, Jathal. And turn. Regengar's up. We can move Regengar here, I guess. There's Punish Vidoof. Adventurers, please welcome Punish Vidoof to the Wyverns there. I guess you've been lurking all this time, Punished. Good to have you here. Punish Vidoof says you can only charge in a straight, uninterrupted line, Wyvern. Gotcha. Thank you, Punished. Looking forward to Friday with you and your husband. Alright, 2 striking Regengar. DM Wyverns out of commission. Oh no. Really? Alright, 2 people can color spray each other. If I move here and cast color spray. Yeah, that will hit you. Oh, that was perfect. Haha. Whoa! What in the world happened there? I don't understand why the combat. What happened? Will saving throw failed. Bandit illusionist dies. Punish Vidoof. Why did that bandit just blow up out of nowhere? I just cast color spray on it. Punish Vidoof says, nope, I've been busy and about to go to bed. I just wanted to see how things are going. Things are going well, Vidoof. Kingmaker is a delightful game for all kinds of reasons. Punish Vidoof says, and they seem to be going well with half your party color sprayed. Yeah, color sprayed is a pretty damn fearsome spell here. Shocking grasp, light crossbow. I still don't understand why the that illusionist just blew up for no good reason. That was weird. Indeed, Susan SF says hello and good night, Punish Vidoof. Alright, onwards we go. Punish Vidoof says, I think what may have happened was he tried to get up, which procced an attack of opportunity. Yeah, I was thinking that could have been a possibility, but there was no combat messages of anyone actually taking the attack against him. It was weird. The oak that strayed. This lonely oak in the heart of a pine grove looks like a wandering stranger in a foreign land. Let's check it out. Do you want to enter this location? Yes, we shall. All right. The oak that strayed. Insane Dryad. Uh-oh. Okay, let's pull back. Let's pull back. And let's pre-buff now that we spotted the enemy. Shield of Faith. Divine Favor. Divine Favor. Mage Armor on DM Wyvern. What else do we got? Mage Armor on myself, on Regengar. Maybe that was not a good cast. I think that was a wasted cast of Mage Armor on Regengar. Yeah, it was. shield, however, is not going to be miscast. Okay. Let's advance. Drop stealth 2.
Time for fun.
Punish reduce. Oh my gosh! Punish reduce says, have fun with this spot. No kidding. Oh man, that's not good. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, this is gonna be miserable, isn't it? Let's try to walk forwards. Oh, we're terrible. Oh my god, spike stones. Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh. Let's drink a healing potion. Let's drink a big one. Okay, and turn. This could be really, like, this could be very, very bad for our party. Where's that druid? Push forwards. Ow, 6 damage. Holy guacamole. We gotta reach it somehow. Yeah, everyone forwards. Welcome back, Mitch.
Ow.
Ow, indeed. Miri, you're also not doing too good. Let's go and rage. Oh, man. Oh! Wow, this place. Octavia. Yeah, let's see. To get as close as we can. 3 damage. 6 damage. No! Stop! Can you drink one of these things? Nope, you cannot. Alright, Octavia's in a bad way. Probably should. I don't know why I was advancing. That was stupid of me. I should have just shot with Octavia.
Death comes.
Oh no. Yeah, this is really bad. What is she going to cast?
Us and will be.
Holy guacamole. We need ranged attacks for this thing. Okay, let's walk over carefully. 3 damage. Let's drink up some healing potions. Okay. Can I drink another one? Nope, that's all I can do. Jathal, you're not going to have a happy time, Jathal. But you were almost at that thing. Okay, good. You're within attack range at the very least, hopefully. Amiri, can you charge? No, you cannot charge. Oh, it's Harem. It's Harem's time. Yep. We're going to cast Channel Healing. Oh, I did the wrong spell. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Oh, gosh. Punch Reduce says, more power to you for using Octavia. I hear ya. I hear ya. I am not playing intelligently right now. I am not. Don't you dare. Harem's down. F. Ah! God dang it. Harem's down. I'm down. Amiri can at least start attacking. Miss. 3 reduced? Uh-oh. This is very, very bad.
This is for you.
1 reduced. Regengard can't move anywhere. He's going to fall. Come on. What is this crap? Hit this thing.
Despicable.
Oh, gosh. 1. This is just very bad. Oh, this Dryad is tanky. Yeah, this is a fight that we might want to put off for some other time. Punish Reduce says, literally walk yourself into your grave. We certainly did. Yeah, this is not a fight I think we're going to win. We're going to try. I think it's doubtful that yeah, call lightning. There goes Jathal. Yeah, I'm just going to load. It's just we're on our way to a total party wipe, so no need to fight through that. Okay, guys, we're going to extend by 30 minutes. We're going to head over to, yeah, screw the oak that strayed. We're gonna mess around with that at some other time. We're going to the abandoned hut. The remains of a small house, accompanied by an old stone altar, are hidden deep in the woods. Local hunters sometimes use this place for shelter and try not to think too hard about who built it and why it was abandoned. Examine the old hut that the stag lord was interested in. All right. Philip says Dryads ain't a joke, man. No, not a joke at all. They absolutely schooled me. That oak that strayed definitely schooled me. Oh hey, Guardian of the Bloom. You are here. Please follow me, says the Guardian of the Bloom. Father, please, I looked for the herbs you asked for. There just weren't enough. Silence. Did you forget the rules? You speak when I say. You do as I say. But Father, 3 times. Enough. I can't. Enough. Take a look. The staircase decayed and collapsed long ago. It can't be climbed.
What's that?
Rotted wooden racks long ago used for drying herbs. We got potion of large, peridot, and 17 gold coins. We'll pick up all that good stuff. Keep on moving. Where have you been? I told you to prepare everything for the ritual. You will never give me orders again. What? Well then, I summon your power. Or maybe you'd like to try the acid. Not your toy. Not your son. The origins of the Stag Lord. Enough. I won't kill you. Your powers will be of use to me. From now on, you do as I say. You speak when I say. There it is, a Stag Lord. Indeed, a small deserted timber shed. 25 gold coins, topaz ring, and a potion of vanish. Pick up all that good stuff.
Done and done.
We got a masterwork dwarven Urgosh, and a masterwork Earthbreaker. Pick up all that stuff. There's the Guardian of the Bloom.
I have been waiting for you. The flowers, birds, and wind told me you would come. Oh, my poor flowers. They will perish before long in this bog.
The familiar outline of the nymph appears before you. It seems that you only can see or hear the nymph.
Speaking to the gods is best done in private. I can look away if need be.
I had a strange vision. A young man and an old druid who tortured him. Then they exchanged roles.
Yes, yes. The soil water and stones here are infused with toxic pain and fear. They poison this place as we speak. You have seen where your enemy's journey began. The one called Stag Lord was once the victim of a cruel madman, and has since become one himself. You see now how monsters are born. But what comes of regret for a thing you cannot change? There is no time to be lost. We must do away with the fog quickly.
The nymph lowers her head. Tell me about yourself. I would like to know more about my ally.
Do you really wish to know? Fine. I'll tell you a fairy tale. Once upon a time, there lived a young nymph. She lived in an enchanted forest, where 1,000 birds sung day and night, where the sun often left a spark or two hanging in the tree crowns, and where the starlight fell on sleepy glades like a glowing soft haze.
The nymph's eyes grow cloudy.
The young nymph loved simple things, like sitting by the stream with her friends, braiding each other's hair and adorning their braids with crystals made of dew, or watching the flowers blooming. But inside her soul, the young nymph dreamed of something more.
The nymph's voice is quiet but clear. As you hear it, you sense the aroma of the forest glades, washed with the morning dew, mixing with the odor of spring meadows aflood with the blooms.
Oh, dreams. Nothing in any world can live without them. Even a seed that falls in fertile soil cannot sprout without the dream of the sun. The same was true for our nymph. She wished to turn her enchanted forest into a true fairy tale kingdom and fill it with thousands of wonders. Plans so ambitious rarely go unnoticed by greater powers.
New notes creep into the aroma of the forest and meadow. Now you smell a storm coming.
Those greater powers decided to punish the nymph for her boldness. They sent a horrible monster to poison the enchanted forest and kill the singing birds. The nymph was forced to flee, and finally she found shelter here in the stolen lands. Here she hoped to sprout the seeds of a new dream, even as she mourned the dream she'd lost. But then the magic mist appeared, killing everything that lived. And the nymph cast about, desperately searching for help. So far, these are the fairy tale's final words. But I hope this is not the end just yet.
Would you be willing to share the details of your story about these evil powers, the enchanted forest, the monster?
One day, perhaps I will tell you more. But it doesn't matter now. We need to concentrate on the problems at our doorstep. The Stag Lord, the Druid, the Mist.
Tell me what to do next.
Search the area around the hut. Try to find anything that remained of the Druid who lived here. I am sure the fog is his doing. This suffocating veil is as vicious as his nature. We should learn more about the fog and the ritual through which it was created. Return to me if you find anything. The past may hide the answers that shape the future.
All right, I'll return. Farewell.
I will be waiting.
The nymph whispers.
I move unseen.
Some herbs here. Edible moss, cooking ingredient. And there's the hut. Ah, we found something hidden amongst the rocks. A gold coin, silver chain, bone necklace, and jade. Pick up all that, and then we'll search what may be hidden in these rocks. Aha, a token of the Dryad. A memento of times long past. A well-grounded antiquities collector may pay handsomely for it. That may not be the artifact we're seeking precisely. Let's see. Khan says, Wyvern, you better go kill that Dryad.
You see that?
A wooden house, time-worn, and apparently deserted. Aha, some kind of stone with a ruin scrawled on it. The stone altar is decorated with an eroded foliage, pattern, and symbols of green faith. And inside we have Nugra's last note. I went to the old temple of the Elk again today. Wicked, gloomy place. Just like my soul. It used to shine once, and it is hollow and horrible now. Did he spy on me? Maybe I should lock him up. No, let him be. What can he do, the useless coward? Just whimper and hide. Collect it.
You come again. Did you find something?
I found the druid's notes. They mention a temple of the Elk. Can this help us?
An ancient temple. The temple of the stag god. Yes, that must be it. The place of power where the druid created the fog. Perhaps we'll be able to cleanse it from there. The temple hides in the thicket not far from here. You'll need to go there and purge the place of whatever evil still lingers there, summoned by the druid's sinister ritual. Take care. You are my only hope.
The nymph's blue eyes flare from within her pale face. Stag God. Erastil, also known as the Old Deadeye, the Stag God, is one of the oldest human gods still worshipped in the Inner Sea region, and is concerned with family, farming, hunting, and trade. During the Age of Creation, Erastil was among the gods who battled Rovagug when he sought to destroy Galarian, and were eventually able to contain him in the dead vault of the planet's core. His religion dates back to before the Age of Darkness, when small farming communities and hunter-gatherers prayed to him for bountiful harvests and successful hunts. Legends claim that it was Old Deadeye himself who crafted the first bow and gifted it to humans to overcome the challenges of the world. Even as the accomplishments of civilization mount, Erastil continues to embrace and represent the simpler pleasures life has to offer. I have a clear goal now. I'll continue my journey. Alright. Badu says the Dryad is kind of asked to deal with at this stage for the reward. There's other optional encounters around with better payouts. Yeah, I agree. The oak that strayed. Oh my gosh! Ferocious wolf. Let's go ahead and trigger Judgment. Justice. This judgment spurs the Inquisitor to seek justice, granting a +1 sacred bonus on all attack rolls. This bonus increases by +1 for every 5 Inquisitor levels she possesses. At 10th level, this bonus is doubled on all attack rolls made to confirm critical hits. 10 damage, we'll take it. Next up is Octavia. Octavia cannot do much. We'll just end turn. DM Wyvern can drop stealth. Right? Drop stealth. Or not. Let's go ahead and Arcane Weapon Enchantment. 2 strike. And we'll push up here. That'll be your turn. Regengar. Can Regengar reach? Not quite. Arcane Weapon Enchantment. And True Strike. Miri can go ahead and rage. Alright. End turn. Harem can cast out Bless. And move forwards. And turn. Jethal, get your attack. Man, that was all unneeded for that poor wolf. That was overkill. We'll skin the wolf. We failed at skinning the wolf. We have a chest here we can inspect. With nothing. Damn it. Really. Let's get to stealth once again. Let's see if this abandoned hut has any secrets in store for us. Doesn't appear that way. Loot. Alright, we'll drop stealth and leave this area. Voodoo says the chest is a puzzle. Oh. We'll head back. Alright, let's get back to that chest. Let's also see what I left here. Herbs. Voodoo says we should have the information to figure it out. Let's try. You'd be surprised what I struggle with, Bidoof. Okay. So, what do we have? Put this in here. Okay. And then, nope. Take. How do I split it? Nope. Split. There we go. One. Do we have another herb? Edible moss, maybe? Split. There we go. Short Sword of Transmutations and Bodily Potions Part 1 and Shambolitis. Alright. Punisher says, but I will give the answer if needed to save everyone 40 minutes. Bidoof. You don't lie. Gabriel Rodriguez is 1000 IQ DM Wyvern. Thank you, Gabriel. Bidoof says you only need the herbs, of course. Oh well. Got it done. Alchemy is the triune science of primes or basic elements of which all things are composed, forces by which those things are set in motion, and families of all such things which a studious mind can perceive in our world. An art most formidable, it grants its practitioner power over nature, and even over that which beyond nature lies. He who has mastered it fully shall become like the gods. Yet woe be unto he who sets about its study without diligence and zeal, for his days are numbered. The path ahead is perilous and arduous in equal measure, and he who sets his foot upon it heedlessly shall not find wisdom, but only a quick and grisly end. Alright, we're going to pick up all that. We got a short sword. Short sword +1, not bad. Let's give the short sword +1 to Octavia. She's going to need a backup melee weapon. There we go. Gone. Don't throw too much slag at TARDIS for running away at times in our Baldur's Gate Let's Play. You've been known to beat a hasty retreat too, given certain enemies. We have the Temple of Elk that is our next destination, a huge rock surrounded by the forest, with the head of immense elk carved out of it. At the foot of the rock lies what was once an impressive shrine dedicated to the god Erastil. Uncover the mystery of the ancient Temple of the Elk and find the Temple of the Elk. Both are associated with with Erastil. All right, let's take a look at the time. We got about 10 minutes left in the stream, so we'll try to get as far as we can with the next 10 minutes we have left here. To the Temple of the Elk we go. Punisher Dude says Octavia is frustrating due to her abysmal con, making overworld exploration ass, and she'd be better off going full wizard. Ah. Good hint there. I'm not going to enter Thornford. I'm going to cross over here. And there is the Temple of the Elk. Let's make camp before we get inside.
A whole crusade must be chasing you. No one likes the undead, especially when they're as insolent as you.
And half the Technic League is hunting you down. But so what? I might not like you, but anyone foolish enough to pursue our party will die the instant our paths cross.
Alright, hunting was successful. Camp camouflage was successful. Life is good. Oh, random encounter. There's someone on the road. Get ready. Who could this be? Gon says, who the hell doesn't run from giant spiders? This is true. Who is here? Oh, bandit brawlers. We're also fatigued. Yay. So we get bandit brawler here. Who else do we got? Who else do we got around here? Anyone else? I can't see anyone else on the
I'm not afraid.
Hungry.
turn order. Oh, there they are. Okay. They're all north. Cut their throats, says the bandit brawler. And there's someone down here. Bandit. Cute little guy. Alright, DM Wyvern. Oh my gosh! Critical hit! That's garbage. Yeah, let's get inflict wounds out on that bandit brawler right away. Yeah, hit this guy. Hit. Okay, fine. Don't hit him.
Wretched things.
And turn. Octavia. What spells do I got? Octavia, move up. Color spray this guy. Made the will save? Succeeded, damn it. That's it. Game over.
More strength, faith.
Adventurers, please welcome Lizard Flame 1 to the Wyvern's Lair. Alright, here we go.
Does it
One more time. Why did I flop over? Hey, get up. What this? Oh, I'm sleeping, that's why. I'm sleeping. Damn it. Wake up. Wake him up. Wish you could pick up companions. I can't rage, but I can attack. Oh! Attack of opportunity! I suck at this game. I suck at this game. Punisher Dude says, this is going well. To say the least. Let's move up with Octavia and try color spray one more time. It's a Hail Mary. Please hit. That worked. Good. At the very least. Regengar, can you reach this guy? Not quite. You can move over here. And we can cast True Strike. Great. And that'll be your turn and turn. Harem, you need to get some healing done right away on the group. Or cast a bless instead, don't heal anyone. Gonzalo says you don't suck at it, Wyvern. You're just challenged a bit. That's right. That is the God's honest truth. All right, let's get up. Stand up. Stand up. Okay, fine. I just want to stand up.
Out of my way!
All right. Okay, fine. Can I attack? I can. So let's go ahead and do arcane weapon enchantment, grow claws, and this guy has a lot of health. So let's go and help him to the grave, Pharasma, like that. There we go. Popped like a zit. Alright, who's this? Amiri? Amiri cannot rage. Why can't you rage? Why can't Amiri rage? Is it because she's exhausted? Bidoof? Yeah, let's get after this guy. And turn. Jathal. Can't rage or charge in fatigue. There you go. Good reasons. Yeah, Jathal all in on this bandit here. Oh my gosh! Jathal, you savage! Nice. 16 damage. 2d4 plus 4. 12 slashing. Oh, precision damage! I like it! Look at that. 1d6 plus 4, no wonder. Perfect. And turn. Octavia's out. Yeah, let's just get a regular attack in. Regengar, my man. Move your full distance, please. I think I wasted True Strike. Sadness. Alright, you freaking do not screw this up. Yeah, Cure Light Wounds on DM Wyvern. Yes, Cure Light Wounds. You can do it. Or not. Why can't you? He's not rest during combat. I know. Oh, he's encumbered. He's badly encumbered, is what he is. Like super encumbered. What's going on with strength 8? Exhausted. Oh my gosh. No wonder. Wow. Wowzers. And turn. Alright. Let's get Amiri right next to this guy. At least she can move. Jathal too can run up there. Jathal cannot tire, I think. It's an undead. I don't think she suffers from fatigue. I could be wrong. Alright, let's take a shot with Octavia. Miss. Alright, Regengar. Do your thing. Or not. Okay. That's Regengar's turn. Harem can't move anywhere. DM Wyvern. We got Claws out. We got Arcane Enchantment out. Go ahead and Shocking Grasp this thing. There we go. Smashed.
I yearn for entertainment.
Alright. Let's collect the spoils of war. Punishment says -6 to his dex and strength. Wyvern, what have you done? Obviously, I didn't pay attention to my party's exhaustion, Bidoof, and ran them ragged. So we very much needed this stopover. Let's go and complete our rest. There we go. All is well. Gone Soulfire says, "Okay, gang, I gotta get my last dog in and love on my baby some. Mitch, get on Wyvern's Discord and shoot me some messages. Damn you! Love to hear from you and go over your game collection.
I won't.
Sounds like an order. God Soulfire Adventures, please bid a farewell to Gone Soulfire, patron of the Wyvern's Lair. Have a great night, Gone. Thank you for being with us." And there it is, the Temple of the Elk, just ahead of us. But unfortunately, I think we're going to have to explore that temple some other time, adventures, because it is growing late on my end, and I do have work tomorrow. But it has been another great adventure in Pathfinder Kingmaker, and I'd like to thank everyone here who joined me for this tale. And for those adventures at the very end of this latest adventure, I would like to go ahead and thank you all for being here. Gabriel Rodriguez joining us from Brazil, Susan SF, Gon Soulfire, Mitch, Lizard Flame 1, Raven out there in beautiful Glasgow, Scotland, Punish Madoof, and who else do we got here lurking in the background? A lot of good people tonight. I want to thank everyone who dropped by through the stream. You adventurers are what makes this experience what it is for myself, and I cannot wait to see many of you back here again when I pick up Pathfinder Kingmaker soon. Good night, everyone.